I just finished watching season 3 of Squid Game, and I figured I'd give my opinion on it. There are going to be spoilers. First of all, like the first game, it was hide and seek. I didn't expect it to be hide and seek, honestly. So I thought, alright, not bad. But then I lost it when player 333 murdered player 120. Like, what? Like, I don't understand why he did that. He knew player 120, and he literally saved her life in Mingle just to backstab her moments later. But I guess he really lost his humanity. And don't get me started on him absolutely threatening to drop his own baby in the last episode. Like, what's the baby gonna do to you? It's your child. It's not Gi-Hun's child. Gi-Hun was a more protective father than player 333 was. I just don't understand why he was threatening to murder his own child. And then player 222, she dies and a baby takes the place? What's the baby gonna do? The baby's just barely born. And was it born a preemie? How did a preemie survive? She was only 6 months pregnant. I was hoping that player 222 would win the games. And I didn't even think she was going to give birth. I thought it was way too early for her to give birth. Also, why did Gi-Hun kill Dae-ho? That makes absolutely no sense. Also, why is Gi-Hun just blaming Dae-ho for the rebellion failing? Just because he didn't bring back the ammunition. It's not all Dae-ho's fault. Your plan was stupid from the start. You didn't even recognize that the front man was in the player's side, manipulating you. And you have the nerve to blame Dae-ho? Even if Dae-ho didn't grab the ammunition, the frontman still would have found a way to transition back into his frontman suit and likely kill Junbae. And heck, Dae-ho probably would have been killed off. And player 120. If you think about it, Dae-ho has saved the lives of not only himself, but player 120, because 120 went to go check on Dae-ho back in the player area. Had he not done that, the two wouldn't have survived for season 3. And Gi-Hun killing him over that? That is completely out of Gi-Hun's character. We have never once seen him willing to go kill a player. And also, how come he was so able to kill Dae-ho, but he had trouble killing player 100, a player that nobody likes? All because Sabiak was like, don't do it. It's not like you. I would also like to mention how great of a father 333 would be. That was sarcastic, by the way, because he doesn't even comfort Junhee right away when 149 is found dead. You would think he would see her crying and the baby crying and immediately go over to her, but no, he just stares at them. Dude, that's your family and you're just gonna leave them? And yeah, the last episode, that made me so mad. He was willing to give up his own baby. And what would he have to live for after? Not to mention, the guard has to feed the baby. The freaking guard. Not even him. The detective is a much better father. Gi-Hun is a better father. And that guard who fed the baby is a better father than 333 ever would have been. I don't even think he cared for the baby in this season. In season 2, it seems like he genuinely cared for Junhee and the baby. But in season 3, it's like they completely threw that away and now he's a jerk. They just completely demolished his character. Like, he had such potential to, redeem himself and be a good father, but no. Maybe they wanted him to seem like he lost complete humanity and just turned into an insane monster, but I did not like it. The more I think about it, the more I realize that season 3 was not that great in my opinion. Which season was my favorite? Season 2. Season 2 was my favorite. It wasn't as dark as season 1. Season 1 was way too graphic for me personally. Like, I liked it, but it was just a little too much. Season 2, I liked Thanos, I'm sorry. But he genuinely helped me. Like, I loved his humor. It was so sad when he died, and ever since then... Either way, season 3 was a bit of a disappointment. I liked it at first, but now that I'm just kind of like thinking about it, it wasn't that great. It was a little disappointing, but you know what? I am happy that the baby survived.